fees, or here's a wild idea, stop blowing money on crap we don't need. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. So you with the toolbox and the mortgage, stand up. You deserve to own your own home, not lease it from some pencil pusher who's never held a fucking shovel. This isn't about dodging responsibility. It's about demanding fairness. You've earned that roof over your head, and no government goon should be able to yank it away from you because you didn't pay their fucking toll. Join the fight. Back the rebels tearing down the scam. Let's make property taxes a bad memory like 8-track tapes or fucking leisure suits. Your home's not their piggy bank. It's yours. Time to take it back. Let's get to work. See this shirt? Never back down. Watch your top knot. Follow the link in my profile. Get your own shirt. Let's do this.
Baby, let me tell you
shout out to that content creator, man. I'm going to leave his information in the main description because, dude, that boy had a lot of energy, but he was right about it. You don't sit back and think about it till you realize, dang, I'm paying tax to the I'm paying rent to the state to live here. Even when it's paid off, I'm still paying this rent to the state. And they get to determine, your county gets to determine how much rent you pay.
Being a homeowner is not for the weak. Because when you open that 2025 property tax statement and you see that almost $3,000 out of your $4,000 in taxes is for school tax, and they can't better protect our schools, what is really going on? I live in the state of Georgia. Me and my husband just got our 2025 property tax statement. Almost $3,000 for school tax. What do they do with that money? Being a homeowner is not for the weak. So to anybody out there that wants to buy a home, know that you got to pay attention to those taxes that they send in the mail every single year. It's not for the weak.
It's not. It is not for the weak. Every year.
Property taxes have gone up pretty significantly. And if you actually look at especially here in Georgia and in Atlanta itself, Atlanta has the 5th highest property tax increase this year over last year. And at the same time, the state of Georgia, we have more property tax increases. Now, we don't have the highest property tax, but we do have one of the highest increases, how much it's moved over the past several years. Matter of fact, if you look at all of our southern states, especially the states that we border with, right? The average property tax in Tennessee is around $1,300. The average property tax in South Carolina, around $1,300. In Alabama, it's closer to $800. Now, here in Georgia, it's around $2,700 is the average.
Y'all, I got my property tax bill today. I know you fucking lying. This shit is highway robbery. I bought my house back in 2022. When I bought my house, it was a little over $6,000. Then less than 2 years, my property taxes went up to over $10,000. Now I get a bill today. It done went up another $8,080.10. I know you fucking lying. They don't want us to own shit. Matter of fact, we never do. We never own shit. Because whether your house is paid for in full, if you do not pay your property taxes, you could lose your home. And they say this is the American dream, to be a homeowner. I mean, look at this shit. And then they tried to, hold on, y'all. Let me show.
Ooh, dang. 11,169 total 2024. Ooh, dang. Sure, you need a tax assessment. Like, somebody's got to go through that and look at what's happening. See, okay, so if you don't know how they build these property taxes out, the way they do it is they look at the appreciation. They want to see what in the neighborhood appreciated, and then they say, okay, it appreciated by, and they do this based on the sales. So if your house next to you, your neighbor's house next to you sold for 100,000, 50,000 more than yours is comparable to them. So they're going to say, okay, we see what it should be assessed at. This is just about the value. If it's pretty close, same bedroom, same bath, square footage, we're going to use that as an example. All these things come into play in determining how much you pay in property tax. Man, if you rent property and you're renting a home, this is why the price goes up every year. This is why the owner has to adjust how much he charges for rent because of stuff like this. That's crazy.
Then I qualified for the homeowners exemption, right? So what they did was they took it up to $13,443. They took the homeowners exemption up $2,274.48. Look. $11,169 for this year's property tax. Hold on, let me just stroll up just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's do the comparison. Look at this shit. Property taxes was just $10,089. Y'all, they taxing the fuck out of me for no goddamn reason. Anybody can relate to what the fuck I'm saying right now? Because what the fuck is going on? And then we got Orange Face. He's signing everything else but making these goddamn property taxes go to fuck. Sign an executive order for that shit. The fuck?
Oh my God. Hey girl, potty mouth.
Hey, I'm Victor Marks, and right now I want to tell you what's happening in Colorado. The homeowners, we are staring down the barrel of a potential 40% jump in property taxes. That's not just a bump, it's a full-on pothole that will rattle your teeth.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm going to cut him out right there. Listen, there's been a proposal to remove the whole property tax thing. So they're trying to do it in certain municipalities, certain places. They're trying to get rid of it. But do I think it's going to stop? No, I don't. It just lines too many people's pockets. It's just too many people make money off of it. And then you have incompetent people who balance these budgets that don't know that they can find this money somewhere else, or they're not even challenged to find the money somewhere else.
Back here at home, several states are looking to eliminate property taxes to ease the burden on cash-strapped homeowners. But such a move won't be easy or cheap, and some warn that it could lead to a spike in taxes on income and sales. Here's ABC's Alexis Christoforous.
Tonight, some states are looking to lend a helping hand to homeowners feeling the pinch from rising prices, elevated mortgage rates, and now soaring property taxes. This week, lawmakers in Kansas will hold a special session to consider an annual cap on property taxes.
It would be helpful because right now it just feels like runaway property taxes. You don't know what's coming at you.
It'll be their fourth attempt at passing the measure. But proposals to curb property taxes, which pay for things like local schools, roads, and fire departments, have frustrated homeowners across the country and will appear on many ballots this year. Voters in Colorado and Georgia will decide to cap all property tax revenue. Nebraska may take up a similar measure. Idaho and Michigan are considering getting rid of property taxes altogether, something experts warn could lead to a spike in income tax and sales tax.
If you set that number too low, you are tying the hands of your local government, and you're eroding their tax base.
Years of high interest rates and low inventory sending single-family home values up more than 50% nationwide since.
That's it right there. That's the reason why the taxes are high. There's always a balance when it comes to appreciation. Somebody got to pay for it. Somebody got to pay for it. They see you making more money on your property. They see your property going up in value. They said, hey, we need a little bit of that appreciation bread.
2019. At the same time, the median property tax bill has jumped more than 26% to nearly $3,000 a year, putting the squeeze on household budgets. Linnell Griffith, a mother of two, has lived in Kansas nearly her whole life. She says her family had sticker shock when the tax bill on their home went up nearly 40% in 5 years, which has meant less money for other things.
It means not as many gifts at Christmas time. It means not a family vacation. It means it affects our ability to pay for a college education.
Some experts say Wyoming is a good example of a state striking the right balance when it comes to property taxes. Instead of an across-the-board cut, lawmakers there recently capped annual increases and targeted additional relief to some seniors and veterans, ensuring that those homeowners who need help the most are getting it. Lindsay?
Alexis, thank you.
Woo. Don't hold your breath too long. I think Georgia's probably going to cap it. I don't see Georgia turning around and completely eliminating it. I just don't.